That's your question, bro. I don't give a.
I don't surrender, I swear, that assuming that you flicker for only 1 second, you will miss a whole part of Christian shakes and BlueFace's extremely chaotic and poisonous lives. I'm stuck a lot of stuff. You're not dumb. I realize I'm left with a kid. Why What Do You Mean BlueFace is presently taking steps to take Christian's kid, a similar child he asked Christian to dispose of. And for what valid reason is his other child mom making pressure croissant you assume you finna take my infant from the day she brought into the world to the day she's no less than 3 years of age on a street, any place on a plane, on a visit transport, for longer than 48 hours, you're smoking dick. And afterward, Blueface's mother is saying that Christian and Blueface could be cousins. I bet you we want to test the child. The child is presumably quieted down. That is the reason the child must be genuine. Young lady, what on earth is occurring? And afterward, Blueface is additionally scrutinizing his child with Jaidyn Alexis about whether his mom has been undermining him. The second definitely. No folks, I'm Anita brother, since this dramatization is continuing without holding anything back, and I can scarcely keep up. You all realize that this relationship has been harmful all along. In 2020, when Blueface sent off his main fans, unscripted TV drama, Blue Young Ladies Club, and had a gathering of ladies, including Christian, at his manor for a month to vie for his adoration. While on the show, Christian got into a battle with the mother of Blueface's kid, Jaidyn Alexis, and lost her front tooth, yet she was still later chosen as the victor of Blue's rivalry series, and was endorsed to his record mark from that point forward. It has been a large number of shows, and messy doesn't start to depict their situationship. For instance, in February 2022, Blueface blamed Chrisean for taking his vehicle, and that was simply around the time Chrisean was captured in Oklahoma for drug ownership. At the time, Blue Countenance's Chief Whack 100 likewise called Chrisean out, charging that she took cash. Gracious, and Blueface realized it was Chrisean who had taken the cash from him, since she worked out "I love blue" in blood on his wall and marked it in blood. That is some maniacal stuff. Wow. Months after the fact, there was a video making rounds of Christian in an actual quarrel with Blueface's mother and sister. There was likewise one more warm squabble among Blueface and Chrisean's dad after Christian was captured for laying a number on Blueface. Don't contact my story like that ever, so you train your girl to put her hands on me. Definitely. Goodness, my golly, I couldn't say whether that was prearranged for the unscripted TV drama cause. In October 2022, Z's organization dropped the trailer for Blueface's and Shake's unscripted TV drama, Insane in Affection, and a couple of the casts included minutes from their wild relationship. Yet a couple of days before the trailer dropped, Chrisean reported she was single, and a couple of months after the fact, in January 2023, she declared that she was pregnant. So when Christian posted on Instagram that she was expecting a child, Blueface impacted by saying to respond to your inquiries, yes, me and Rock are authoritatively done. It's on the up and up. I attempted it, and obviously it wasn't giving. Before she declares she's pregnant with another person's kid. Not mine. Stone has had experiences with 10 distinct men somewhat recently, until I see DNA test. Then isn't mine, and it didn't end there. In light of the fact that Blueface continued and added, I realize, I know you all thought she was about me too, haha. Yet the realities are realities. Being my BM would be a gift later on. After Blueface acknowledged that the child was presumably his, they had another web-based spec where they share message uncovering how Blueface urged Chrisean to dispose of the child. In the messages, Blueface even discussed how he would have been a miscreant perpetually, and said a child would just make Chrisean stay with him. Well, Chrisean conveyed the child to full term, and when it was at long last opportunity to conceive an offspring, she didn't welcome Blue to the clinic. You can't be there while I'm pushing the child out. Sorry for that is consideration, less tense. I really want love, genuine love. I don't have to stress over camera, out on the grounds that his vocation is passing on. Like I wanted genuine, I simply need genuine love. I'm defining limits plainly that didn't stage Blue since he invested his energy celebrating in Miami with his other first-child mom, Jaidyn Alexis. Yet you understand what truly irritated him, the way that Chrisean named the child Chrisean. Like Homeboy was tried to the point that he even recommended that Chrisean ought to have named the child Cloud, since it would have had really significance. And when BlueFace saw that Chrisean was continuing on heading out to the exercise center, encompassed by steady individuals, he just couldn't take it. And he made a progression of sins erased. Tweets compromising Chrisean that he would remove his kid, he went on a tirade against her web, base saying on the off chance that she don't take my child serious, and make that her primary concentration and need for no less than 30 days. I will petition for guardianship. You've been cautioned, miserable part. About this is she doesn't realize we care about the child more than her. As of now, she's so narrow-minded, just stressed over what she believes should do, rather than what's best for the kid. He likewise tweeted 24 hours after the fact in a real sense. I can't accept you all figured a youngster would transform anything in the initial 48 hours the child has been held and immaculate by 20 unique individuals. Each time I check my telephone, it's a renewed individual, holding the child, my child, nothing to be addressed like everyone in her family. I don't play them kind of games here, hold my kid child. While I resolve B accordingly, Chrisean took to her Instagram story to put any misinformation to rest about her video at the exercise center, saying that she was at her home in Baltimore, and illuminated her supporters that she has a home exercise center close to her in her child's room, so she could remain inside with her child. Clearly, Chrisean was not going to let Blue take the child easily, yet Blue in the end conceded that he took steps to petition for authority to come down on Chrisean, so she would treat the consideration of the child in a serious way. He composed that he has no expectations of taking the child from her yet, in the event that Chrisean doesn't take a few to get back some composure and spotlight on their child. Rather than Cloud, he should do what is best for the child, since he couldn't care less about Chrisean. He just thinks often about the child. Taking everything into account, she likewise said that she generally disapproves of the child being named Chrisean on the grounds that in the occurrence that the child should visit or remain with them, she will struggle with calling Rashawn name, constantly suppose you need to manage that mistake at any rate. When I thought we were finished with the child circumstance, Blue's mother Carlissa made a case that Chrisean and BlueFace may be cousins. She directly proposed that the two are truly blood-related, which clearly stunned fans. And keeping in mind that there's positively no affirmation behind this, it actually made individuals question why this is a little while ago getting drawn out into the open. I realized something was going on. Come to figure out, Chrisean mom is a Dorsey. She a Dorsey. They connected with me. Did my Kenyon lady, assuming that them Dorseys you come on. Now you know all the Dorseys is connected. And they all carry on like that, they generally solid. And behave that way well in the wake of being examined. Concerning it, Carlissa said that she did all necessary investigation. And surprisingly, however, Chrisean's mother is a Dorsey, and she's connected with a ton of Dorseys. Perhaps Blue and Chrisean aren't cousins, all things considered. Yet she actually said that they expected to take a DNA test, just certainly, and about whether Carlissa thought BlueFace would move forward and be a decent dad to Chrisean. She resembled he's as of now seeing someone as of now, has 2 children, he has an obligation to those initial 2 children. Do I think he'll be any to a lesser extent a father to this child? In no way, shape or form with respect to Chrisean. She is having a truly difficult time since she just conceived an offspring, and she is managing all the dramatization and stress from BlueFace and his family, like she in a real sense stalled in tears discussing it, and afterward continue to say, goodness, I will take us, you have no say, so never brother, no one taking my child from brother, no one taking my child from me, yo. No one taking my child from me, you know the amount I took when I was pregnant with him. Really, this isn't the remainder of it. I realize there would have been more dramatization, yet someone requirements to wrap this multitude of individuals up quickly. Christian BlueFace child moms can guardians, every one of them. Yet before we get them off the roads, let me in on your thought process of this whole circumstance. Do you think BlueFace has any privilege to compromise Christian about removing the child from her? Is Chrisean just barely a clout chaser herself? And what is your take of their relatives engaging in all the dramatization? Sound off in the remarks segment underneath. Thank you.